everyone, so today's video is going to be kind of chill. I'm just going to play around with makeup. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do in my head. Let me zoom you guys in. Okay, so for my brows today I'm going to use the Oh Highbrow Brow Shaping Kit by Australis. I'll probably speed this up, but I'm just going to leave it in for you guys, but I will speed it up. Before I start doing my eyes, I'm just going to apply some lip balm just because my lips are really dry at the moment. This is the Maybelline Baby Lips colour Cherry Kiss. Also, the two palettes I'm going to be using is the Shine the Remix palette and the ColourPop It's My Pleasure palette. Okay, so I've just done this eye off of camera just to save a little bit of time, and I was trying to figure out like what technique I wanted to use, so now I know. So let's do this eye and I will show you guys how to get this. I know it's very different, it's very out there, but I just felt like playing around with my pinks and purples today, and yeah, so okay, so the technique I'm going to be using today is a little bit different. Not everyone uses this. I just wanted to give it a go, so I'm taking a very small pencil brush and I'm taking the shade Sleeper, and I'm just taking that on the little brush and I'm going to just pop that in my crease all the way across. So I'm just tapping it on, not worried about it not being blended or anything right now because I will go in with other colours to blend it out. Just applying more colour so that it's visible once we add more colour. Okay, so that's the shape there, and I know it looks ridiculous right now, but I promise you it'll come together in a minute. So now to blend that out, I'm going to take the shade Fan Fiction. So I'm taking this shade on this tapered brush and just taking the product on the very tip of the brush and just going to buff out that line. And then if you feel like you've lost a little bit of that purple colour, just go back in with the brush and just add just a tiny bit more of the dark purple, and then just blend it again just to make sure there's no harsh lines. So you know, we always want a blended look, unless of course that's what you're going for. Now just to help blend that into my skin a little bit more and make it a little bit more purple again, just because I do want the crease to be more purple than pink, going in with Kitten Fish, which is the nice lavender shade in the top corner. Just taking that on a really nice blender brush and just blending the very edge of that pink out. Also guys, I've been editing a lot of videos lately and I'm very sorry about the creaky voice. I don't really know why my voice is creaky, that's just kind of how I am, so I apologize if it annoys you guys as much as it annoys me, because telling you now, it drives me nuts when I'm editing it and I hate it. So okay, so now it's time to cut the crease, and as you can see we did cut it all the way out. So the concealer I'm using to carve out my crease is the ColourPop No Filter concealer in the shade Light 10. It's also what I used as my eye base and to clean up my brows. So I'm just first taking it on a paddle brush and going to start carving out the shape that I want. And then once I have the shape mapped out, I'm just going to just take it straight, take the doe foot applicator and just apply it straight to that and then just blend it. Doing the technique I did with the crease will also stop the concealer when you cut the crease from getting so muddy with colour, because there won't be as much on the lid because you're really just blending up. You're not, you know, overcompensating trying to decide where the colour's going to go and stuff like that. It's a lot more precise. Now I'm going to go into the Shine the Remix palette and I'm taking the shade Baby Girl, the hot pink in her palette, this one down here. Excuse this palette, it is loved, very loved. And I'm just going to use a little paddle brush and just pack that shade on top. So I'm first tapping it on, and then once I've set that front bit, I'll swipe the colour across just a little bit, just so I don't have any extra sitting there. And I just repeat that process. So I'm just making sure that this colour looks even all over. Just adding more colour where it needs it. And then just making sure that there's not any excess powder. Okay, so that is pretty much it for eyeshadows for the time being until we do the lower lash line. Now we're going to do liner. So I'm taking a wet liner brush, just a little liner brush. And I'm taking the Australis liquid eyeliner in the shade black. I'm just taking the eyeliner off the applicator and using the liner brush to do my liner. So I'm trying to do quite a thin wing. And the wing is going to connect this point, so it's like this. So they're all going to come into a point. All the lines are all going to be in a point. I'm almost out of this and I'm struggling to get enough to finish this liner, so that's annoying. So I ran out of that eyeliner, so I'm going to take my ColourPop liquid liner from the BFF collection. This is in the shade Numero Uno. It's the black one. My eyeliner underneath is like flaking off. Sorry guys, I'm probably going to go out of focus here. I've now made that line a little bit too thick, but that is okay. So that is the best I can do. I have to clean it up with concealer, but that's okay. I'll do that in a minute. And then for mascara, I'm using the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Wow Wings. Only problem I have with this mascara is so much comes out on the wand. It's a great mascara though. I really do like it. Okay, so the lashes I'm using today are these ones by Ardell. So they're very clustered towards the root, and then they have little spiky bits that come up as well. So they have like little clusters that spike up as well. They're very, very, very pretty. They are the Ardell Faux Mink lashes in the style 810, I believe. And the lash glue I'm using today is the Strip Lash Adhesive with aloe vera. It's a clear transparent one. I don't actually know what brand it is or anything like that. It just comes in a little tube like this, and it's got a brush on it. Okay, so I've just got a coat of that on and I'm just waiting for it to dry a little bit more. I'm using these tweezers that I usually use to clamp my lashes together because I can't find my normal tweezers, and I figured out how to use these, so just clamping them together a little bit just so they blend in with my real lashes a little bit better. I like these because they're natural, but they're also like very volumizing, but they're very lengthening at the same time. They kind of do a bit of everything. Okay, I'm going to zoom you guys out and we'll do the base. Okay, so the primer I'm starting with today is the Australis Midas Touch primer, and it just comes in like a little dropper. I'm just going to take a few drops on my face. So if you guys have noticed, because I haven't really explained it yet, but if you guys have noticed, I kind of haven't been putting any product on my nose, like very minimal amount. That is because I have been having this weird issue where for some reason I get some separation, and I've never had it before. I don't understand what is going on, so I just take whatever's left over of both foundation and primer and just kind of pat it rather than like putting a heap on there. And just because I'm extra, I'm going to use the ColourPop All Star primer just in this little area here, just because my pores have been really bad lately. So I just want to use this as a mattifying and blurring product because that's what it's there for, and you can see that it does actually work. And just a little bit here, and it really does kind of help fill in the pores here. Like I can already see a bit of a blurred effect. For foundation, I'm also going to use the Australis one. This is the Australis StayPut Long Wear Foundation. It says up to 16 hours wear. It has SPF 15 in it, and it's also cruelty free, which I love. I do like this. It's a little bit pale for me, but it's fine. I can just bronze. It looks okay. I'm just taking a full pump that side and a full pump this side, and then I will just spread it out. See, as you can see, I'm just taking whatever's left up the side. Okay, for concealer I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer just because I really like this, and it creases the least on me. So I'm just going to use that to clean up that line and conceal the dark bags that I have. And then we're going to blend that out. Okay, so I am sorry I'm using another ColourPop product. Get used to this one being in every video because it will be in every video. I absolutely love this setting powder. So the setting powder I'm using today is the ColourPop No Filter setting powder. It's the shade Translucent, and I'm just taking that on a brush, just patting that underneath my eyes. I really like this powder. This is my new under eye powder, so I will be using this a lot. And then underneath my eyes just looks so smooth. For powder today, my face powder, I'm using my Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. This is in the shade Natural, and I'm just taking my hourglass brush, just going to tap that everywhere. Once I set my foundation, it'll match me a lot better because this color is like a perfect match for me, so it'll actually make the foundation match me a little bit better. I'm sorry that it's so, like, I look very blue on camera. I'm not that blue in real life, I promise. Or that white for that fact either. So to bronze today, I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Mineral Glow Pearls, and I'm also taking my Australis AC On Tour Contouring and Highlighting Kit, one of my big ones. And I'm taking the warmest brown that I have left. Lightly dusting this over my cheekbones. It's actually over my entire cheeks, but anyway. Just adding a little bit more colour, adding it to my forehead and temples. I'm going for quite a bronzy look just because pink can often make you look very sick. So if you don't balance it properly with bronzer, sometimes it can make you look kind of ill. And then I'm just taking a very, very light hand over my nose just to prevent any extra separating that may form from me doing that. And then just a little bit on my chin and my jaw. Okay, and I'm just going to contour with this palette because it's out and it's in front of me. It just makes life easier for me. I'm taking the middle shade, which is the 5th shade, on a contour fan brush. This one's by BYS, and I'm just taking that on the brush in the very center and focusing that in the hollows of my cheeks. Also going to apply some in my temples. Just because I find that it comes down a little bit far when I use that brush, I'm going to just bake my contour with my e.l.f. powder. It's my e.l.f. loose powder. I'm just doing this to help sharpen up that contour a little bit more. Because I do tend to get a little bit heavy-handed sometimes, and today was definitely one of those days. I'm just doing that there. So for blush, I'm going to use the same palette that I always use, which is my Maybelline Master Blush palette, and I'm going to take a mixture of these 2 shades right here, just because I think that the cool shade will look really nice with this look, but so will the really peachy pink. I feel like it'll complement it very nicely. So I'm just going to take a mixture of the 2, just apply on my apples and then back. Just buffing it in so it looks natural and flushed and blended together, because of course we want a blended together look. So just something very natural like that. So I'm just going to contour my nose. For highlight, I'm going to use my brand new ColourPop one just because I really like it and I haven't really used it very much since I bought it. I'm just going to take that on my Real Techniques setting brush and just hit the high points of my cheeks. Okay, and then I'm taking a smaller brush with the same highlighter to highlight my nose. I'm doing this very lightly so I don't separate everything and move everything underneath. And then I'm also just going to use this brush for my cube as well. And then I'm also just going to use this colour for my brow bone. I'm just going to take the It's My Pleasure palette, and I'm going to do my lower lash line in the same order that I did my crease. So I'm going to take Sleeper on the little brush first and just pack that very close to my lash line. And then going to take Fan Fiction. And then going back in with Kitten Fish. And then I'm going to just add some mascara to my bottom lashes. I don't really know what lipstick I want to do today. So I'm going to go in first with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Little One. I'm just going to line my lips with this first. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go in with like my favourite one. So I've just literally lined my lips, that's all I've done. And then I'm just going to go in with my favourite lipstick ever. This is the Rimmel Stay Satin Liquid Lip Colour in the shade 130 Yucky. Then I'm going to add just a little bit of ColourPop's Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Beige. It does have metallic in it, but I think it'll just look really nice. I did say in my ColourPop video that I thought this shade would look a lot better with a lighter lip colour than what I had on in the video. And I was definitely right. It definitely looks a lot better with a lighter colour, not so dark. Just adds that sort of juicy effect rather than metallic, which is what I want. Okay guys, so that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you have not already, subscribe down below. It's the big red subscribe button underneath this video, and click the little bell button next to it. That way you guys get notified every time I post a video. I am trying to upload 3 times a week, but right now it's once a week, twice a week. I'm just kind of taking it as it goes. I've just been struggling with a few things lately, but yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Also, all of my social media links are down below as well. Make sure you follow them. I have a new Instagram just for my YouTube account. That way you guys will get sneak peeks to upcoming looks that I'm working on. You also get mini Instagram videos and all those sorts of things. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I wonder what went wrong today, eh? Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say, eh? To say the words to remember.